Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine. Today we will continue our chapter 3, that is data handling, with some new subtopics. Children, we were left with double bar graph, probability and chance. So first, double bar graph. Children, you all know how to draw a bar graph that we have already discussed in our previous lecture of data handling part 2. Same is the procedure of double bar graph. But in a double bar graph, two observations are taken together. That is, it shows two sets of data simultaneously. A bar graph showing two sets of data simultaneously, it is useful for comparison of data, or it helps us to compare two collections of data at a glance. You can see a double bar graph here. Children, now let me explain you a double bar graph by taking this example. Children, you all will observe the data given here carefully. Suppose in a class of 7, there are two boys of same name. I will call one boy as Ajay and second boy as Ajay 2. Their marks in Hindi, English, Maths, SST, Sanskrit and Science are given in the table. The marks are out of 40. Looking at the table or at the bar graph, we can see that both the students have got same marks in SST, that is 29. We can compare their marks subject-wise. We can give answers to certain questions only by looking at the bar graph. In which subject there is maximum difference? So it is in science. Ajay has got 39, but Ajay 2 has got only 30 marks. So children, it means that double bar graphs are used only for comparing the data. Now let me take exercise 3.3, question number 4. The performance of students in first and second term is given. Draw a double bar graph by taking appropriate scale and answer the following questions. Subjects are English, Hindi, Maths, Science and Social Science. In first term, it is out of 100. They have got 67, 72, 88, 81 and 73. In second term, marks are out of 100. In English 70, Hindi 65, Maths 95, Science 85, Social Science 75. Now there are some questions which we have to answer. Before answering these questions, we have to observe the data carefully. Data represented by the bar graph is that we will find the difference between first term and the second term. Like in English, in second term 70, first term 67, so the difference is 3. Hindi, second term 65, first term 72, so he has gone down, so minus 7. Maths 95, 88, 7, improvement of 7 marks. Science 85, 81, improvement of 4 marks. Social Science 75, 73, improvement of only 2 marks. So children, our first question is, in which subject has the child improved his performance the most? You can see that he has improved in mathematics the most. He has most improved in mathematics subject. The difference between second term and the first term is 7. Second question is, in which subject is the improvement the least? In social science subject, his improvement is less. Has the performance gone down in any subject? Obviously in Hindi. He has got 72 in first term, but in second term he has got only 65. So there is a downfall of 7 marks in Hindi. Question number 5. Consider this data collected from a survey of a colony. Favorite sport and watching and participants. Cricket. Favorite sports are cricket, basketball, swimming, hockey and athletes. The data about the cricket is that people who are watching are 1240. The participants are only 620. In basketball, watching is 470. Participants are only 320. Swimming, watching 510 and participants are 320. Hockey 423. Participants are 250. Athletes 250 and participants are only 105. So on observing the double bar graph, we have to give answer to these questions. So what does this double bar graph represent? So this bar graph represents the number of persons who are watching and participating in their favorite sports. I think you have observed this double bar graph. Now, which sport is most popular? Obviously, it is cricket. Cricket is most popular. Question number 3 is, which is more preferred, watching or participating in sports? Watching sports is most preferred. You can see that in all the games, watching the game is most preferred by the people. So, all about the graph. Now let me take our next topic, that is probability and chance. Before starting this topic, you all should know that a word event. What is an event? Children, event means which is going to happen. For example, if I say in tossing a coin, getting a head is an event and getting a tail is also an event. Each outcome on tossing a coin is called event. So I hope you have understood what is event. Event means which is going to happen. So children, sometimes you observe these situations in your life. There are certain things which are going to happen by hook or crook. That is, like the sun rises in the east. No one can say that tomorrow the sun will rise from north. It always rises from the east. So this situation is certain to happen. Some situations that are impossible, like the sun coming up from the west, not possible at all. And some that may or may not happen. For example, children, if today it is cloudy, it may rain tomorrow. There are chances of rain tomorrow. The situation that may or may not happen has a chance of happening. So, the chance of happening of an event is called probability. So, what is probability? The chance of happening of an event is called probability. Probability tells us how likely an event is going to occur. It does not tell us what is going to happen. We often make predictions about the chances of an event happening. So children, probability uses numbers to tell us how likely something is to happen. The probability or chance of something happening can be described by using some words like impossible, unlikely, even chance, likely or certain. So these words can be shown on a probability on a scale known as probability scale. Children, you can see that a probability scale is divided between 0 and 1. The chances are impossible, which is at 0, unlikely, even chance, which is half chance, likely, and certain, which is at 1. Now let me take these chances one by one, and let me explain to you these chances one by one by taking some examples. There is an even chance that the next person you will meet be a male when you go out of your home. Children, when you go out of your home, there are 50-50 chances that the next person you meet will be a male or a female. So the chances are even. Also, when you toss a coin to get head or a tail is 50-50. There is a good chance of an event happening if the event is likely. That means, for example, if it is cloudy today, it may rain tomorrow. So there are good chances that if today the weather is not good, it may rain tomorrow. Poor chance, unlikely. Like in summers, there is a poor chance of having a snowfall. Totally poor chance. Impossible. It is impossible to get 8 when a normal dice is thrown, as there are only 6 numbers on the dice, so it is impossible to get 8 when a normal dice is thrown. Certain chance. It is certain. Certain means which will happen. Like, you will be older tomorrow than yesterday. It is certain that everyone everyone will be older tomorrow than yesterday. So children, let me take some more examples of even chance, certain, impossible. Children, even chance, as I have already told you, even chance is of 50-50. So there is an even chance that the next person you will meet on the street will be a male or a female. Certain. No one can change it. It is certain that the sun will rise tomorrow. Impossible. It is impossible to get 7 when a normal dice is thrown. Children, I hope that you have understood these chances: even chance, certain, impossible. Now let me explain you exercise 3.4, question number 1, 2 and 3. Question number 1 is, tell whether the following is certain to happen, impossible, can happen but not certain. You are older today than yesterday. So it is certain. I have already told you that everyone is older today than yesterday. Number 2, a toss coin will land heads up. It may or may not. It can happen but not certain. A die, when tossed, shall land up with 8 on top. Totally impossible. The next traffic light seen will be green. It may or may not happen. That means it is not certain. Tomorrow will be a cloudy day. It can happen but not certain. Question number 2. There are 6 marbles in a box with numbers from 1 to 6 marked on each of them. What is the probability of drawing a marble with number 2? So children, very important question. There are total marbles are only 6. So they are marked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probability of getting a marble with number 2. There is only one marble which has a number 2 on it. So the probability of getting a marble with number 2 is 1 upon 6. Total are 6. So there is only one chance to get this number 2. The probability of getting a marble with number 5. Again, we have only one marble with number 5. So the probability is 1 by 6. Question number 3 is, a coin is flipped to decide which team starts the game. What is the probability that your team will start? Children, you often when you go in a ground or with your friends, you often decide by taking a coin that which one will start the game first. You use a coin, right? So what is the probability that team will start? So there are 50-50 chances. A coin has 2 possible outcomes, head and tail. Probability of getting head or tail is equal. So probability of starting the game will be 1 by 2. So children, I hope you all have understood double bar graph, probability and chance. So in your notebook, you will be doing double bar graph, exercise 3.3, question number 4, 5 and 6. Then you will start chance and probability. You will write all the examples. Then you will start your exercise 3.4. You will be doing question number 1, 2 and 3. And that is all about data handling. Thank you and goodbye.